Okay, in this video we're going to show the application of our drop Morote Seoi Nage, but this time we're going to go against same-sided opponents. So left on left situation or right on right situation, okay? Now, holding my lapel, holding my sleeve. So I've got my traditional grip, right? This is my left traditional grip. Ryan's also a lefty. Now, a lot of times the trouble here is that this foot is in the way, especially at extreme left on left. You can see how difficult it is for me to get into my drop Seoi Nage, right? So we've showed these concepts in the intermediate section where we've got to move this foot backwards and out of the way. Okay, one way I can do that is I can actually do a ko-uchi-gari on this front leg. So while I'm sitting here playing, my motion is going to be slide my left hand under the chest and it's going to go up into, underneath his chin, and I'll be driving on Ryan's chest. As I do that, I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to sweep his leg and I'm going to push him backwards. What that did is it made that leg move back. Now, my front foot, I followed through on my ko-uchi-gari. My front foot is right into position so that I can drop underneath him with my drop Morote Seoi Nage. So it's going to be sweep this foot. As I sweep this foot, I'm going to use my hands and I'm going to push him back. So my right hand on the sleeve here is pushing. My left hand is going to slide underneath, and I'll push him right under the chin. And I make him step back. Boom. Once I do, pull, and I go. Right into my drop Seoi Nage. Okay, so that's the timing. Now, everything else stays the same. Keep pulling, extend up, turn, rotate, and finish your drop Seoi. Okay, because remember, I got to get him to change his stance and move this foot out of the way. And if I have a good kochi and I really do threaten him with kochi, then he's going to move it out of the way. He wants to step. He doesn't want to get thrown kochi-gari, so he's going to lift it. When he does, my foot's in position. I change my direction. I jump in and I finish my Morote Seoi. Okay, so that's concept number one. Left on left, right on right. The second thing I can do is I can make my opponent move behind me, right? Because if I can't get him to bring this leg back this way, the other thing I can do is I can do like a Seoi motion, and I can drag him with this hand, and I can block his foot so he steps off. So as Ryan is recovering from not being thrown, my left foot is in position, again, to drop in my Morote Seoi Nage. So this one is going to be a combination. Seoi could be one, or if you don't do the Seoi very well, you can just drag him and pull the guy behind. Now that gets you in position to do your Morote Seoi. So the first one we'll do is Seoi. Block the foot, jump, and now we're ready to go. Okay, we'll do this more normal speed now. If you're not somebody that likes coming across and sticking your leg out with Seoi, then what I'd suggest is just bring your foot to the middle as you step and drag. Then that gets you in position to jump in a Morote. So this one's going to be step here and step outside. So it's going to be 1, 2, and as I do, drag. Right into the Morote. Okay? So from this other angle here, this is the position I'm in. Very hard to get in from here to all the way in there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to move Ryan's foot out of the way. Watch this hand. It slides across under the chin. It drives backwards. The other hand pushes. As I'm doing that, my foot is going to sweep this leg and I'm going to drive him to the rear. Once I do, he steps off. My foot's in position already to do the drop Seoi. I pull with the hands, pivot, jump underneath. I'm ready to go. Okay, so this is our ko-uchi-gari. But we've got to be active with the hands, guys. If you see a lot of the fast-moving, lightweight players in the world, the Koreans, the Japanese, there's a lot of lapel movement that goes on. Hold on my sleeve. There's a lot of this motion. Because they're trying to get the guy thinking. So there's a lot of this motion because if he keeps pressure on that sleeve all the time down, it's hard to know. There's resistance on the sleeve. But if he doesn't know where it's going, and I can keep moving, then he's not sure which one's real and which one's not. No different than a boxer who twitches to get the reactions of their opponent, and then based on the reaction, they stick the jab in there. Same idea with the lapel. This lapel is active. You're basically actively moving this around to get reaction out of your opponent. Okay, so I'm gonna do kochi, hand comes under the chin, drive with the chest, pull, jump, finish the throw, and there's your Morote Seoi. Okay, the second one we did. Okay, he's leaning heavy this way. Okay, maybe there's not a lot of weight on that foot. So I'm gonna step, and I'm gonna block this foot. As I block that foot, I'm gonna be pulling hard with my left and pushing up with my right. I want Ryan to stumble. When he stumbles, I step, I've got my position, boom. There's my drop seoi nage. Okay, so he's leaning heavy this way. It's gonna be Seoi, make him step, pull, jump, all the way underneath, and then we finish the throw by straightening out the legs and coming back up on top. Okay, so this is our Seoi motion. To our Morote Seoi. Okay, the third one we did as another application. Okay, maybe I don't like doing Seoi. Maybe I'm just trying to move him. So what I would do is step to the middle, step to the outside. Normally if I do that, he's not only going to move that leg back, but I'm going to have him a little bit off balance. So when I do, I'm going to pull him behind me. When he changes his stance, here's my opportunity to do my drop seoi. So it looks more like this. One more. Okay, so there's a few options for you as an application to set up same-sided opponents doing your drop seoi nage.